Good morning, hope everyone is good. Welcome back. Hopefully you can hear me fairly well in here. It is cardio time. I am on the walking pad. This is the setup now for my morning and work every single day, to be completely honest. This is the standing desk setup every single day. And then sometimes on the chair over there. This is what I was talking about in the last video. The nasal strip from Naze. I'll wear this till maybe I'm starting to do check-ins. You know, I don't want to have this big thing on my nose, but I've really found the breathing has improved with it. It just kind of pulls the nose like open that little bit more, and we use the mouth strip then at night time, so your mouth is actually closed and you have to breathe through your nose. And what I notice is it stops you from doing the kind of breathing, and you actually have to do proper, well, I can't breathe through my mouth. You have to just breathe everything through your nose, but it has helped, you know, and I'm waking up feeling probably that little bit fresher from using it. And hopefully it keeps sleep in a better spot, improve sleep now over the next little while with everything that we're trying to do as we're starting to get heavier in this gaining phase as well. But that setup with the desk, it's a box, it's an ESN subs box. You know, that just goes to show what this video is about, why you might have clicked on it, the routine. You know, not everything is going to be perfect getting started and trying to build a really good routine here now in the winter, but you just have to get started. You just have to get started. And today I want to show you what my routine kind of looks like to make the most of the phase that I'm going through right now, which is the off season, which is the phase that is the longest, which is the phase I need to spend the most amount of time in. The boring phase. The phase where you actually progress the body. You make the most amount of progress with building the physique. And then next year, whenever that time does come, for us to strip back a small little bit, probably not compete, but strip it back. Can't just be spending year round in the gaining phase. There will come a time where I will be cutting back down. I've made some progress, and we can see that progress. And this time that I'm going to spend here has been worthwhile. In our first off season, you could say. So this is pint number 4 with electrolytes added this time. So I've got electrolyte going in the morning time. You wake up, you're very dehydrated, and then coffee number 2 as well. So that's the second coffee. I'm getting cardio done here in the morning. 30 minutes cardio, good drive. Again, like I was saying in the most recent video, is splitting cardio up. Some days we'll be on the walking pad, some days we'll be on the bike, some days we'll be on the Stairmaster potentially as well. And I might do a class here or there as well, because I want to. Again, with cardio, especially in the gaining phase, enjoyment is going to be that big thing there as well, to keep you doing it every single week. So yeah, sit back, relax, enjoy today's video. I'm going to get cardio wrapped up, just doing a little bit of work on a meal plan here. I'm going to get stuck into it. Drop the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here. This is the electrolyte that I'm actually using. Performs electrolyte. This is blue raspberry flavour in the morning. Now, with supplements and everything, lads, you know, I'm going making my cream of rice here now, which is just ground rice, right? Flavoured ground rice, that's all it is. Okay, I've got my proteins here. And then in the mornings, which will be the next setup, is like my daily morning digestion drink. By daily ESN, that basically just has a couple of ingredients in it together. My glutamine, creatine, electrolytes, so on and so forth. With all these, like, again, they're only small little 1%er things, but I've had them built into my routine now for a long time, and it's just a part of the daily routine. And even just small little things like that slip, can really just set you up for like bigger things that are going to slip in the off season, in the gaining phase, because you start to get lazy with them. So it's just a case with that of just keeping all of them little things in place, you know, like little habits that you had maybe during your cut and you're going into the bulk now. With everything that you do, just be meticulous, be just as meticulous as you might have been in the cut, because all those small little things make a big difference, you know, when it comes out to weighing out your foods and stuff. Don't get lazy with that. You know, it might seem like a small thing, but it's a massive thing. It's a massive thing, and even for myself, that's where I've gone wrong so many times, and it's where I'm not going to go wrong this time. So again, next thing is just morning drink. You've seen it so many times. Also getting the pre-workout meal ready because we're going to be training nice and early today. I did get stood up. If you're watching the last video, I was meant to be training pull with a couple of the boys, but I've been stood up, so I'm going to be pulling from the floor by myself today. Same session that was in the 500 gram carb full day of eating last week. My back and hamstring session, big session, very demanding session. So again, all these small little things, even like the cardio there this morning, that cardio is going to help me stay fit to be able to go and do what I need to go and do in the gym. That's a massive thing as well when it comes to cardio in the gaining phase. You might think cardio is just for cutting. Cardio is year round. And I definitely think a bit of movement, whether it be just steps, whether it be cardio, first thing in the morning before you do anything, if you have the time, and by means we do have the time because we can get out of the bed a small little bit earlier, dependent on what your whole routine, your whole schedule is like. For the most part, a lot of us can, is going to set you up to just feel better all around. Obviously, we're going to get the health benefits from it. We're going to get the cardiovascular benefits, but also just for routine, having that locked in. You're getting a big box ticked off early in the day. Like myself there now, I'm ahead of myself. And when you're ahead of yourself, things tend to go that little bit better. You're going to have a better day at work. You're going to feel better about yourself. That's a knock-on effect. You know, it's a big thing in the gaining phase about feeling good the whole time. I want to feel good in myself, about myself the whole time. The nutrition is going to be the biggest component when it comes to changing the way that you look. As much training as you're going to do, as much on it as you're going to be, your nutrition is going to be that big thing that is going to dictate how your physique changes. Whether you're looking to build muscle, whether you're looking to lose fat with building this routine. And that is why putting effort into your food, regardless of where you're at, regardless of what you're trying to do. Obviously, me being in the gaining phase here now, keeping that rigidness with it. Meal timings is a big thing I'm trying to work on and getting better with meal timings, not pushing food too late in the day. But that being said, I'm going to get the pre-workout meal in. I'm going to go and train. And when I get back from the gym, we're going to sit down and we're going to chat about how you can actually build that routine now that we're talking about for yourself. Because everyone's routine is going to be different. The routine that you see of a man online, the routine of my routine that you see me doing is going to be completely different to the routine that's going to be right for you. The routine that you're going to enjoy and the routine that you're going to be able to adhere to on a daily basis and sustain for as long as you need to sustain it for. Ideally, creating a lifestyle for yourself. But even when you're watching this now, hope you got back into camp fairly good. Okay, getting the pre-workout in, going, getting our session boxed off, getting our cardio boxed off, having that little time that window of time there where we're getting everything that we need to get done. So by the time we get back, get showered, go for our dinner, come back, go to bed, you can look at each and every day and just take it day by day and look, right, another one boxed off, another session done, cardio done, food nailed as close as I could nail it for the day, steps where they need to be for the day. Tuesday check-ins wrapped up, lad. A lot less here on a Tuesday. Monday is very, very full on, and I'm pretty much capped on Monday now. Capped, and we'll just be flooding them then on the rest of the days throughout the week. It doesn't need to be every single day at all. I like to have as many as I can condensed in as much time as I can, but also at the same time, like I was saying earlier, I need to be at my best. I need to be able to do everything that I need to do every single day in terms of training and everything. So it's all in well, you know, batching fucking every single thing into one, but I'm not going to be able to give my best then to absolutely every single person then either, am I? So that's one thing to notice. One thing with people starting plans at the moment, in terms of food especially, it's all and well going in, right, you're hitting your training sessions, getting used to your training, like that's relatively easy to do. Once you get to know your training setup, once you get to know what you're doing in the gym and you can go in and train and do the exercises, etc., the food is the biggest thing because it follows you around all day of actually being able to get on that nutrition plan. And the biggest thing I notice, especially with people who are trying to drop body fat, is, Dave, I can't eat all this food. I need to drop off a couple of these meals. I'm only able to get this amount of meals in out of the amount of meals that I'm meant to be having. And it's a thing where it just takes time and it just takes the body adjusting to that setup. You're probably eating so many more calories, right, compared to the meal plan that I've given you leading up to this point to land you in the position that you are in. And it's not a case of me putting you on even more calories now. It's just a case of me setting you up on a proper nutrition plan with a lot of whole single ingredient foods. So it actually looks like you're eating a lot more food, but the food is just less calorie dense. It's just proper food that you are eating now. And it's a proper structure in terms of the meals that we're having every single day.
to get the most out of everything that you're doing with your nutrition. And that's the biggest thing that I noticed, especially in the last couple of weeks, especially since the start of September, with people getting on it in terms of trying to drop body fat over the next couple of weeks here now, coming into Christmas, is that nutrition side of things. And it's just a game of patience. You'll notice when you are getting used to the plan, the more and more you get used to it, the more and more your body gets used to it. The appetite picks up, your hunger levels increase, and before you know it, you're going to be looking for more food. So it's a case of just being rigid, having that discipline there, having that willpower to just get on the nutrition plan that you're given, because we need that runway. Like I was just saying here to my man doing a check-in, is we need that runway. It's all in well me stripping your food down, it's all in well me doubling your cardio that you might want to do right now because you think you're able to do it. Fast forward 8 weeks time, where we have no more cardio to add into your plan, we have no more food to take away from your plan. What are you supposed to do when you still have 10 kilos to lose or more, and we've nowhere to go with it? The only way we can do is go backwards, wait more time to allow the body to adjust again, and then come back down. All right, so you need to be patient, get the most out of the plan that you're on, get the most out of, if you're gaining, the least amount of food that you need to grow. All right, literally the least amount of food that you need to grow efficiently at the rate that you want to grow. If you're trying to lose body fat, get the most out of eating the most amount of food that you need to eat to lose fat. All right, it'll allow you to have so many more tools in the basket to prolong the phase, to prolong the runway that you have to get to the goal that you have in front of you, regardless of what direction you're trying to go.
Plan today, 180 by 7 last week. I'm going to do 1 rep of 180, see how it feels, and then I might put a little bit of extra weight in the back. One rep max weight. This might be the sloppiest set that you see on here all day, but fuck it, let's see what we can do. Come on, you cunt. One of those sessions. I'm sitting here now. I got picked up by the brother, dropped off by Dan. My independence is gone. That was about probably an hour and 40 minutes of a session. Just walking a treadmill there for a couple of minutes. Like one of those sessions, I'm sitting here and I am rattled. But 200 for fucking 5. Come on. Our max that I've pulled ever in the last off season couple of months that I had was 210 I think for 4. I want to say 210 for 4. So we are not far off that, boys. We are not far off that. I've said 6 plates is on the horizon this year, and I think we could potentially do it. We're on the cards to do it, but I am going to be getting to that stage now where things are going to be hard, but every single number was progressed there again today, and there's just no better feeling. There is just no better feeling. Every single number. It was a really good session. Like, my capabilities and my abilities, whatever I just said, is getting more and more every single session. Oh, you can talk to me. This is why living in a city for a stint would be nice. I'd actually have no need for a car. Just walk about everywhere, getting a load of steps in. And I've got a 10-minute walk here now. I've got a phone call in 15. It's the joys of not having a vehicle. But it is what it is. He can come along and chat to me instead of me walking home. And it is probably going to rain. But like I was saying, 2 sets there, I think. 2 sets on stiff legs. Because my ability to just go again is better. And that all comes down to just having the routine around the training window. It's not just about the pre-workout meal. It's not just about, what you do before the session. It's how good your sleep was and how good, just all the things around the training window are what's going to set you up for a good training session, a good week of training, you know, that kind of way. And that's why it's just prioritising everything around the training is so important at the moment for me, just to like grow as efficiently as we can, you know, that kind of way. And like we're doing here, getting the steps in, just staying on top of all those things. I'm going to be rode off this evening. I'm going to be rode off probably tomorrow, but tomorrow's a rest day, so I'm going to be growing tomorrow. I'm going to be growing when I get home now. Do the call, then get food in. You know, it's just the joys of it. Obviously, it's not like optimal, it's not ideal, but it is what it is. You know, that kind of way. I'm going to get home. My tummy is rumbling. I have to go and call into one of the places the brother has with animals on it and fucking do that. So time has gone by. Time wasted, lad. Tractor was coming and I was getting awkward, of course. But like I was saying, time management is a big thing when it comes to getting everything you need to get done on a daily basis. I'm not too bad at it now at the moment, but things can go by, do you know what I mean? And that's why I was saying last week, when you have certain stuff blotted in, like jotted in for certain times of the day, that keeps you on top of things. Like I know I have to be on this call now at 1:15.
We've established routine is the key to success in today's video, hopefully. You might be on this video because you're trying to build your own routine, and you might be asking yourself, right, how am I meant to build my own routine? You might be on this video just to follow along, see how much we pulled off the floor today. Either or. Progress is going to happen regardless if you have got a solid routine in place. And take your situation there now, like how are you going to build a routine? If you are starting a plan, you know, if you're on plan, like a client coming on board with me, you know, we'll go through their routine. What does a whole day look like for you? What does a whole week look like for you? A lot of lads I'm getting to send me their rosters, you know, their work rosters, because they're changing depending on different shift patterns and different cycles that they work. So I can see what their week is going to look like. So how are we going to fit in all the things that need to get done for them to make the progress that we're trying to make this week? It's going to be the exact same for yourself, regardless of what job you work, what your routine looks like. You have to take your own individual situation, like mine here. See what needs to be done on a daily basis. And the beauty of that, with whatever job you have, is you probably know, okay, I'm in work from this time till this time. Okay, what can I get done in work firstly? And where I look at that is, with a lot of people, is their steps. You know, if I don't have time outside of work to necessarily, which most of us do, like realistically with the amount of steps that need to be done, outside of work, I have little pockets of time here now that maybe I'll be able to get my steps in, you know. And like I was saying with time management, it just comes down to building that routine where you've got everything jotted in every single day. If you do want to get in shape, you know, because the body's comfortable here. If we don't have a routine that allows us to get everything done we need to get done every single day, the body's comfortable and it's going to stay the same. It's not just going to magically happen. And you might have gotten so far, you might have made so much progress from just winging it, but you'll only get so far from just winging it, because you'll either be just going back and forth on yourself the whole time, or you'll only get to a certain point and then you're like, no, I can't go any further, because you just have that roadblock there, because you don't have the routine, you don't have the structure in place to keep going and get things done that need to get done. Because typically as a plan goes along, especially with people who are trying to lose fat, you know, the plan demands more of your time. And if you haven't time sorted properly, it's going to be harder for you to get it done. But like that, take your schedule, take your day from the very beginning to the very end. What needs to be done? You have your work. Okay, how much sleep am I going to plan on getting? Okay, all these little things. You know, if you have other commitments outside, you might have kids, you might have, you know, a missus, a fella, you might have other commitments outside of work that take up a little bit of time during the day. Okay, that's taken away there. Next, I have my training session on given days. How many training sessions am I going to get done this week? It's more so looking at it on a weekly basis, like knowing in advance kind of when you're going to get everything done that you need to get done. Cardio sessions. And then your daily non-negotiables then, like your steps, you know, my meals. On certain days, like your rest days and stuff, when am I going to prep meals so my meals are ready for the days that I don't have time to make meals? You know, it's just about having a routine. And that routine, like anything, takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. It's like a habit, you know. You need to build a habit. You need to break a bad habit. It's not all of a sudden going to have no routine today and have a routine tomorrow. But you need to be disciplined in terms of getting stuck into that routine. That's the biggest thing. It's not going to happen overnight. You know, you're not going to magically be having this perfect morning routine, evening routine. No such thing as that, lad. It's just about having a routine that works for you, that allows you to get what you need to get done and allows you to enjoy it. Biggest thing, like I say, with any plan that anyone starts with, the routine needs to be enjoyable. It needs to be something you can adhere to, and it needs to be something that's sustainable for as long as you need to sustain it for. Ideally, looking at that routine as like just a lifestyle, you know, that kind of way, and not putting a label on it, not putting a label on these things, not putting a label on this meal plan that I'm on, this training plan that I'm on. It's just part of your day to day. You'll notice you'll get a lot more bang for your buck out of what you're doing, a lot more enjoyment out of your day to day life from everything that you're doing. Like for me now, this is just my setup. This is just like my life. It's not this bloody routine or anything, but it's the routine that I have on a daily basis. Do you know that kind of way? For me to make progress. And it's working right now, so I'm just going to keep going with the flow and get better at it as I go, because it's a skill. You know, it's all a skill. It's knowing how and actually mastering it then at the end of the day. So that's where we're at. It's coming in. It's going to be dark soon enough. I'm going to be getting a couple more meals in, just bits and bobs here for the rest of the evening, and then get up. Tomorrow's a rest day. Probably take you through it as well. I'm really enjoying just taking you through, talking about different stuff. As I said, as always, check out the podcast for a lot more like in-depth topics we're going to be chatting on. Episode 2 is probably out by now when you see this. I'm looking forward to taking you through another week of everything that I'm doing. Food, training, chats. But why not? Why not, lad? Hope I got through a cardio session. Let me know if I did give you a little help in terms of building a routine. Send me a message if you need help in building out a routine or getting a plan in place for yourself now over the next couple of months here, and just take it day by day, week by week. No one knows where they're going to be tomorrow. You know, that kind of way? Like, no one knows. Oh, lad. Do as I say, not as I do, lad. You thought I was going to end the video there? I wouldn't do it to you. I was planning on ending it, but Monster's only actually worked it if it's ice cold. It's such a waste of money if it's not ice cold. Lads, I think I'm going to have to do it. There's one thing that it was the only thing, like, post-show, I was like, I'm getting that post-show, like, I'm going hard on that post-show. And it slipped my mind over the last number of weeks. Like, I was going to get it straight away after we came back from Spain. And it slipped my mind. I don't know if anyone can remember that now, because it's been a good few weeks and we've been busy. But I was eating my post-workout a while ago and I was watching Glenn's recent video. And if you know Glenn, you know what he eats a lot of. And that's the same thing that I was telling you I was mad to get post-show. And it's after fucking just making me just want to get it. And we pulled 200 for 5 today, like, you know what I mean? We need some good grub going in. So this video will either end on this clip. You'll know because it'll either end or not. Or we will go for that and I will give you a taste test. Because that is something that we've been mad to get post-show. I was going to do it. I was planning on doing like a mukbang of that. But I just haven't done it. So we might do it. It's in my head now. It's in my bloody head. Nothing has been in my head. It's in my bloody head now because of that. Stay single, lads. Yeah? This video is ending right now. Boojum is not happening. I had 2 people. I was waiting in the queue. 2 people in front of me. Dan went toilet. I was like, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get that. Was delighted with myself. Out comes the toilet.
Out comes Dan.
Or we could get Lockburger. And
I said I could get Lockburger. You said that you were going into Limerick, you were getting Boojum, you get whatever you want.
I didn't want the Chinese.
And I was getting the Chinese. But then when I was sitting on the toilet, I thought of Lockburger. So then I said, actually, I'm going to get Lockburger with a lock shake. And then just because you changed your mind because you want the burger and the shake, like.
Boojum's going to have to wait another week. Stay tuned. We're going to Lockburger. And we're getting a burger.
Lockburger, woo.
I'm fucking rapping.
You want it. You want Lockburger, that's fine.
2 burgers and wings. That's what I'm thinking.